Hey, what's up my fellow collectors? Tonight I'm looking at the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. So very cool figure. It does have some issues, and I am noting that I did get this used off eBay. So I mean, I don't know, a brand new one might be a little bit better, but there is some issues with some floppiness in the joints in this figure. But I mean, really, it doesn't bother me too bad because I kind of like the aesthetic of it anyway. But here's the packaging. You get a nice big open window. You get the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Get an image of Spider-Man here. You get an image of the figure. It says the Amazing Spider-Man action figure, Mafex. This is number 3. It says Medicom toy over there. On the side, you get a nice picture of the figure. On the back, you get a whole bunch of pictures, different poses of the figure. You get the Marvel and Mafex stuff down there. On the other side, you get a close-up image of the figure. On the top, you get that, and on the bottom, you get that. So yeah, let's pull them out of the packaging and check them out. Okay, so here's Spider-Man out of the packaging along with his accessories, minus a stand. I imagine this figure comes with a stand. I did not get one, even though the seller said that it was complete. But anyway, you do get 5 sets of hands and 3 webs. So you get the 2 fists that come on him. You get 2 hands that have holes kind of at the finger like that, so you can put, plug these webs into. You get a pair of flipping hands, because of course you can't have Spider-Man without flipping hands. And all the hands, I mean, are nice paint on them, nice sculpt on them. Nice little texture look to them and everything to match the suit. You do get a pair of wall crawling hands, or stylized style pose hands or something like that, but again, done nice. And then you get a pair of kind of just like relaxed hands, so very nice. And then you do get 3 webs. You get this one kind of long web, and these, you can port these into the hands like so to kind of give that effect like he's swinging. And then you get 2, I guess these are like the web thwipper hands, and that's more of the, he's already thwipped it and now he's holding on to it while he swings, because these actually come with circles that you can take the hand off, put this on, put the hand back on, and make it look like he is thwipping. And let me demonstrate, oh, don't fall on me, backdrop. Let me demonstrate that. His hands do come off really easily. Just pop it off just like that. There's the peg. And let's say we wanted to put one of these webs on. You just put it over that. Get the correct thwipping hand. Pop that in there. Like so. And then there you go. It kind of gives him that effect like he is flipping the web. So very cool. Put the fist back on him. There we go. Now as far as the Spider-Man, I mean, as far as the look of it, I really like it. I mean, this is my favorite suit. And I mean, they did a decent job with the sculpt and paint on him. I mean, I think it looks great. I think the head sculpt came out really well. I love the eyes. They're kind of like, it almost shows a little bit of depth in there, and it's kind of like this pearly white. And the sculpting's done, really nice on the webs all the way around, and then you get that texture of, all over the suit. And then coming down, got the Spider-Man logo, which is, done fairly well, I guess. It's kind of hard to see, but you get a different, you get the different texture on the 2, so very nice. And then coming down to the legs, you get a little bit of sculpted line work in there. And then down to his boots, which again look really nice, again with the nice sculpted webs all throughout. And then even on the bottom, you get a little bit of sculpted tread on there. Oh, I don't know why it's not focusing. Come on, there you go. Oh, there you go. And then coming back up the back, you got this nice Spider-Man logo on the back, which does continue, you know, even when you kind of move it forward a little bit, even though it does gap. And then back up to the top of the head. So yeah, I mean, overall, even though it does kind of look a little bit funny, but that's mainly just because it is so loose. Like I said, guys, I mean, I got mine used, so maybe it's not that bad, but this guy is just very, very floppy. I mean, for the most part, stuff stays, but as you see, yeah, you know. But anyway, as far as articulation, you get some nice movement. You get, you know, a full 360 swivel with the head. Of course, you do get a little bit of up and you get a little bit of down. And then, of course, the neck also swivels and then gives you more up and more down with the neck. And, you know, you get nice side to side pivot, you know, so you get a good range of movement with the head. As far as the arms, they do come up, excuse me, they do come up, but only about that much. There is a like up and down shift in the shoulder, so you shift it down to give you more, but it really doesn't come out that much. So you do have a full swivel. There is a bicep swivel in there, and then you get a double jointed elbow that really only goes up that much, so only a little bit better than 90 degrees. And then, of course, you have that, I'm sorry, that the ball joint. So that, I mean, the little peg sticks out. So you get, you know, all kinds of movement in that. You get swivel and hinge, however you set the hinge for up and down or side to side. And then, of course, you get this cut in the diaphragm. So that, you know, goes all the way around, which, again, this is very, very loose. Very, very loose, but you get back a little bit, you get forward that much, and then you get that same movement here at the waist. So you get, so with both of them, you get only that much crunch and that much crunch back. And of course, it does kind of look a little ugly there in the front. And then that swivels and pivots as well. And as far as the legs, they are on a drop down. So I mean, without it, you get the splits. Yeah, very, very loose on this side. Very annoying. But you can drop that down, I mean, for, I guess, more range, but it's pretty much the same with, you know. The figure does kick forward really well. I mean, it goes all the way forward like that. And, of course, you do get it, you know, there's the ball joint right there. So that swivels around that and rotates all around that joint. Doesn't go back very much because of the sculpt of the butt, but I mean, you know, you can kind of work your way around that and just kick the leg out. Double jointed knees. And then, of course, the legs have a, you know, a little ball hinge, so that hinges forward, hinges back, hinges forward, and then you don't really get any pivot, but, you know, that ball, how you set that, you can have it to give you some nice ankle pivot. And then there is a toe joint, or a toe hinge. So, I mean, really, I mean, it is kind of a mess, or mine is anyway. He will stand on his own, but man, he is just a floppy mess. But I mean, I pretty much just, you know, have a couple extra stands. So I just kind of get him in the pose that works, that he will stay in, and just kind of leave him like that. So I mean, you do get some nice articulation out of him. But look, now that I've done messed with his, let me set this back to where he can stand up, because now he's not even standing up for me. But yeah, I mean, just very, very loose in the knee joints and very floppy. Like I said, it might just be mine, but you know, we all know how Mafex is with their QC. Even though they are getting better, this is an older figure, of course. But as far as a measurement, he is pretty much smack dab at 6 inches. And for some comparisons, here's what he looks like next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So you can see the Mafex one is a little bit on the taller side. And as far as a taller Marvel Legends, that's what he looks like next to Cyclops. Here's a DC Icons Superman and a Stormtrooper. So that gives you a little bit of height comparison. The Mafex Spider-Man is a little bit taller, but you know, it does have that nice lean body to him. I mean, the overall suit I think looks nice. I mean, he is a little bit too skinny. The joints are a little bit ugly in some areas, and of course mine is just super floppy. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Mafex figure. Hope you liked the video, and I will see you all on the next figure review. Take care and have a great night.